This prisoner may look calm, even harmless at first glance, but in reality, he has killed more than 29 people in the last 5 years. Some call him a monster, others say he's the closest thing to evil they've ever seen, and now he's locked inside one of the most feared prisons in Ukraine, a place where even the most dangerous criminals begin to break. Far from major urban centers, in an area chosen specifically for isolation and control, one of the most well-known facilities associated with high-risk inmates is Zhytomyr Prison Number 8, a place often linked to strict regimes and dangerous offenders. Its remote location adds another layer of separation from the outside world, making escape nearly impossible and contact with normal life extremely limited. Inside, the number of inmates can vary, but facilities like this have held hundreds of prisoners at a time, many of them convicted of violent crimes. These are not low-level offenders. Many are repeat criminals, individuals considered highly dangerous, or those serving long sentences under maximum security conditions. Temperatures inside can become another challenge, especially during harsh Ukrainian winters. While prisons are heated, conditions can still feel cold and uncomfortable, with inmates describing environments that can drop to very low indoor temperatures, adding to the already difficult living conditions. The cold, combined with strict routines and limited comfort, becomes part of daily life. Isolation plays a major role in how the prison operates. Inmates can spend long periods inside their cells, with limited interaction and controlled movement. For some, especially those considered high risk, isolation is even stricter. Days can pass with minimal human contact, creating a mental pressure that builds over time and affects behavior and mindset. As for the prisoners themselves, many are there for extremely serious crimes. Cases have included multiple homicides, organized crime activity, armed robbery, and violent assaults. Some inmates have histories of repeated offenses, escalating in severity over time. These are individuals who, according to authorities, required the highest level of control the system could offer, uploading daily content about prisons and their darkest secrets. Because this is not just a prison, this is a place where control is absolute, where fear is constant, and where every single day feels like a test of survival. Before you even step inside, the atmosphere is already different. High walls, layers of barbed wire, watchtowers scanning every movement. Guards patrol the perimeter, often accompanied by trained dogs, ready to respond instantly to any sign of trouble. It's not just security, it's intimidation, and the message is clear from the very beginning. Inside these walls, there is no room for mistakes. The moment a prisoner enters, everything changes. Identity is stripped down, routine takes over, freedom disappears completely. From that point on, every movement, every action, every second is controlled. Cells are small, often shared, with cold concrete walls that seem to close in over time. Light is limited, air feels heavy, and silence can be just as intense as noise. Because in places like this, silence doesn't mean peace, it means tension. Life inside follows a strict structure, but that doesn't make it easier. If anything, it makes it more intense. Every day feels the same, but the pressure never disappears. You wake up knowing exactly what's coming and still feel the weight of it. Meals are basic, time is controlled, movement is restricted, and yet, the hardest part isn't always the physical conditions, it's the psychological pressure. Imagine living in a place where you can never fully relax, where you are constantly aware of your surroundings, where every person around you has a past filled with violence, anger, or desperation. You don't just serve time here, you endure it. Inmates quickly learn that respect is everything. Not respect in the normal sense, but a kind of unspoken code. How you act, how you speak, how you look at others, every detail matters, because one small mistake, one wrong interaction, can escalate fast. And when it does, there's no easy way out. There are stories from inside that never make it outside. Stories of tension building slowly over days, weeks, even months, until it suddenly explodes. Arguments that turn into fights, small conflicts that become serious situations. Because when you take individuals with violent pasts and place them in a confined, high-pressure environment, the result is unpredictable. And then there's isolation. Some inmates spend long periods separated from others. Alone in a cell with minimal contact, time begins to lose its meaning. Hours stretch into something heavier. Days blur together. Thoughts become louder. For some, this is where the real struggle begins, because when you are left alone with your own mind, there is no escape. The guards maintain strict control at all times. Orders are expected to be followed immediately. There is no room for hesitation. The system relies on discipline, structure, and constant oversight, because the reality is simple. If control slips, even slightly, the consequences could be serious. But even with strict control, there is always another layer inside, an internal system among inmates, unspoken rules, invisible hierarchies. Some adapt quickly, others struggle, some try to stay invisible, others assert dominance. And in a place like this, finding your place can determine how you experience every single day. For someone like him, a man responsible for so many lives lost, the environment is even more complex. His presence alone creates tension. Some inmates keep their distance, others observe him closely, because when someone has crossed that line so many times, there's always a question in the air. What are they capable of now? Over time, the environment begins to change people. Some become quieter, more controlled, more aware. Others become more tense, more reactive, more unpredictable, because constant pressure doesn't just disappear, it builds. The physical conditions add another layer to this reality. Cold temperatures, especially during winter, can make the environment even harsher. Thick walls don't always keep the cold out, and when combined with strict routines and limited comfort, it becomes another challenge inmates must face daily. It's not extreme in a dramatic sense, but it's constant, and that's what makes it difficult. There are moments where time feels slow, almost frozen, and others where everything feels tense, like something is about to happen. This constant shift keeps everyone on edge. Some inmates focus on routine to cope, counting days, following structure, holding on to small habits that create a sense of control. Others struggle with the repetition, because when every day looks the same, time stops feeling real. And then there's the question that always remains: does this kind of environment actually change people, or does it simply contain them? For some, the structure creates discipline, a sense of order they didn't have before, a chance to reflect, to slow down, to think. For others, the pressure is too much, too constant, too intense. Because at the end of the day, this is not just about physical confinement, it's about mental endurance. For the prisoner at the center of this story, this place represents the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. A life once defined by violence, now contained within walls designed to stop it from continuing. But containment is not the same as change, and that's where the uncertainty remains. Because behind every locked door, behind every silent corridor, there is a story, a past, a reason, a consequence. And while the outside world moves on, inside, time feels different, heavier, slower, more intense. This is what makes places like this so difficult to understand from the outside, because it's not just about what you see, it's about what you feel, the pressure, the silence, the constant awareness. And for many inmates, that becomes the real sentence. If this shocked you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if this gets enough support, I'll be uploading daily content about prisons and their darkest secrets.